live martial arts class, you're going to discover how to fight with your bow, your Japanese bow staff, your long martial arts stick, whatever you want to call it, jangbong, Chinese gun. You got to warm up with it first. Once you go from one hand to the other hand, a big part of fighting with your bow is moving, putting the hand from one side or putting the stick in one hand and then into the other hand. Sometimes you'll have both hands on it. A lot of times when you fight, you're going to have both hands, but you might take your hand off and punch him in the face. So you have to get used to changing from one side to the next. So I want you to warm up this way. It's also going to build some strength in your wrists, forearms. You're going to have better mobility, get that blood flowing, lubricate the joints, stay safe from injury in this workout. Going side to side. Hello, Vic. We're doing a really unique video today, a little bit different. We're going to add some kicks to the mix. Kicks to the mix. It's all about fighting today. Self-defense, defending yourself. Real basic. Yeah, so we might get a little bit into flow, but not much, but I'm going to do one of those next. Yeah, good. We're just going to talk about practicality. Practically defending yourself. I like this idea, self-defense principles, right? We talk about that all the time, but immediate, direct, and explosive. Hello, it's good to see you. Immediate, direct, and explosive. That means you don't want to spend a lot of time thinking about it, right? Once you know you have to fight, you want to fight, you want to hit first if you can. When you don't have a choice, go first. But immediate means right away, right? I'm not going to pause, I'm not going to think about it. I know I have to fight, I know I have to defend myself. I'm going to go first. Direct, straight in, right? From here, I get behind my stick, boom, straight in. From here, that foot comes straight after it, and from here, I'm not gonna go real high. I'm not trying to kick him in the face. I'm going right in to the groin. I'm gonna, from here, hit fast, bam! Blast him on the side of the leg. Maybe kick that leg first, come through with that. That's what we're working on today. But warm up here, from side to side, and then in one hand, go into your figure eight, in and out, stomach up and in, abs tight. Once you get your body warmed up so you can stay safe from injury, get your heart rate up a little bit, break a sweat, and then get used to putting it in the other hand, passing from one hand to the other hand, because when you fight, a fight's going to be dynamic. It's all over the place. You're going to stay behind your stick. You might be pushing. You might be striking here, and then, just super simple, lift your knee, point your knee where you want your foot to go, pull your toes back, especially if you're wearing shoes, hard-soled shoes. Lift that knee, point the toe, bam, right in the groin. Better yet, in the knee, even better, right in that shin. Take your foot out from under them. Hit them as they go down for self-defense. Self-defense, we're talking self-defense, right? We're not talking about being mean. But I want you to warm up your body and get comfortable going from one hand to the other hand. Yeah, well here's my answer to that. You're absolutely right. From here, boom, boom, you're gonna do all the things, and then your bow staff breaks. And now all of a sudden, it's a Joe. It's shorter. And now you're using it like a Joe. You're bringing it down on top. And then it gets knocked out of your hand. And there's 3 or 4 of them, and they're still coming. Stop. Let me pick up my stick. Can't do that. You gotta throw some punches, move to the side. Bam! Kick him right in the gut. Kick him in the knee. Throw an elbow. Bring the knee up. Grab. Smash him. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about practicality. And here's where I learned it. I learned it martial arts a long time ago, but I went in the Marine Corps when I was 18 years old, right? And they gave us a rifle. Yeah. They catch it, they disarm it, they grab it right here, you let them have it, bam! Bam! 2 punches, 3 punches, right in the face, grab them by the shoulders, throw the elbows, and I'm not kidding. They take your staff back. Once they drop it to the ground, pick it up, and then defend yourself. It's self-defense. It's not fighting. It's not mean. But here's my point. Get your rifle. Bah, 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 bah. You run out of bullets. And no one's got bullets. They're still coming. They're still coming. You can stand there and say, truce. Doesn't work like that. Yeah, You gotta move your body. Learn how to move, right? Fixed bayonets. You stick your bayonet there. You got a bayonet over there. Put your bayonet on the end of the rifle. Now you hook and jab. And then you hit them with the back of the rifle. Same way you do with the staff. Hit them here. And then your rifle breaks, and that happens. Your bayonet snaps off, and that happens. You get it knocked out of your hand. Close quarter combat. Hand-to-hand combat. That's what we're talking about. So yes, I'm a firm believer in the purpose and the value of having this stick. Yeah, but like I said before, what if there's 5 or 6 of them? And it gets knocked out of your hand and it's over there. And there are 3 or 4 guys between you and the stick. And you just like this, and someone comes up with a big rock or a chunk of concrete, smashes you in the back of the head, or a brick from a construction site. Blocking's good, but blocking and striking back, it's like if you get in a fight, right? You're guarding, you're moving your body, you're doing all this stuff well. They have free reign, bam, bam, just rain down punches. All the kicks, all the bricks, all the sticks, all the stones they want until, bam, you start to smash them back in the face. Yes, we'll get into that. And I'll show you how to do it with your stick. So from here, it's left hand, your right hand is up in the guard. In this guard, I want to teach you just your hand open. You can have it closed if you want. I like hand open, I like the flinch block. So here, doesn't matter so much because we're warming up. Low, kicks, step back. Low kick, step back. 1. See how low I'm kicking, Vic? This is the point. Almost everybody tries to come in, do that high kick, they pull something, they don't kick again for 3 months. They think there's something wrong with them. They're not. They skip the step. The first step is get your heart rate up. Change the muscle. From here, it's this high. I'll show you from the side. This high. From here, 1, 2. Do a set of those. Don't think about numbers. Do a set for 30 seconds. Then, kick number 2. Bend your knee. Kick and pull it back. The benefit here, here's where you get to skip the line a little bit because you're a bow staff martial artist or a martial arts long stick, is you have a stick to give you better balance. If you were me, I gotta pull, these are the thick 12-ounce Taokaido karate pants. It's the only thing I had clean, but they're hot and they're goofy looking. But I want you to see this, okay? So I'm gonna show you. The old style, we put a little block there. And for the first class you take in traditional martial arts, you gotta lift the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And I'm doing it too fast. But I'm not gonna make you do that because I wanna get you there a lot faster, right? You get to use the stick for balance. Put it in your right hand, left hand up. 1, 2, down. Step back. 1, 2, 3. Step back to the other one. 1, 2, 3. Step back. 1, 2, 3. Back. It's very important, all the power in the kick. When you eventually have the power, snap and kick through, knock stuff down, break somebody's leg, make them stop attacking you, the people care about. That power actually comes from the back of the leg. It's the hamstring. So you have to have that bam, bam. Plus, if I throw my kick like this, whoo, you're gonna catch it. You're gonna trip me. You're gonna ground and pound MMA me on the ground. I'm not gonna kick that high. And when I do, bam, I'm going for your knee, going for your ankle, going for your thigh. That's why we have the Muay Thai bag. You practice, boom, blast that thing with your shin over and over again. We're working up to that. We're warming up first so Vic doesn't pull the leg. You don't pull the leg, I don't pull the leg. I don't want to pull the hamstring, it hurts. I've done it many times, but not anymore, not that many times because I warm up right. It's in this hand, 30 seconds to front kick, go back to the stretch kick. From here, 1, 2, step back, stretch, step back, stretch, step back. That's all it is. Don't kick any higher than that, at least not for a few weeks. Go back to the other hand, another 30 seconds. This is the 4th set of kicks. Now we're kicking for 2 minutes. From here, 1, 2, back, switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2. Now, watch this. This is fancy. Most people get mad when I do this. I'm gonna do a side kick, but I'm not gonna do the karate all the way through. I gotta stretch out for that. Side kick, right? Yeah, well, that's one. That's one thing that you can do when you're fighting multiple opponents. There's no right answer and there's no wrong answer. You can put your hands together, almost like Silambam, the Indian style, like this, right? And you can hit those guys and hit these guys. And maybe take the legs out of 3 or 4 guys coming in here. You can jab them here, you can smash them down on top. You can smash them, that was the ceiling. Smash them with the other side. They're all techniques, and they're all, it's not right, it's not wrong, it's different, but you're right. Yes, and, as the improv people say, yes, and. What else do you do? There's no wrong answer. Principles over techniques. Technique is what you described, right? Grabbing it, spinning it, multiple opponents. That's just one answer. There's a million variations. What if your opponents have knives? What if they have guns? What if they have big chunks of concrete? What if they're all super tall? What if they're small? What if it's a pack of dogs? It's going to constantly change. The point is, if you have a lot of techniques, which is what we're practicing, you have a lot of solutions. And maybe you don't kick all the time. Maybe there are 3 guys, someone coming this way, another guy's running here. Maybe you kick that guy in the groin, and then you smash that guy through his throat, and then you come down here and smash him here with this one. And then someone runs up to the side. This is where we are. Bam! And you smash him in his knee. And then all of a sudden he's halfway down, and then boom! You send him all the rest of the way to the floor for self-defense. But this is the next kick. I'm gonna lift the knee and push to the side. In and down. Lift the knee, side, in, down, up, side. And when I go to the side, I'm pulling my toes, pulling the toes back to the body, hitting with the heel and the edge of the foot, the heel and the edge of the foot. The heel, I'm pushing through my glutes. From here, 1, in and down, up, out, in and down. You're not gonna do that slow in a fight. Here's what's happened. The threat's here in front of you. You're walking with your stick. You put your hand here. Out of the corner of your eye, you see, because they're a bunch of cowardly thugs, you see his thug buddy come running out of the corner with that big, I'm stuck on this big chunk of concrete, because with the those Antifa cowards, the anarchists and socialists who are really communists, they pick up stuff like that. Hello, they pick up a chunk of concrete, or we know about the bricks, right? And then they smash people in the head, and you get smashed in the head. You can break your skull, you can die. And I certainly don't want you to die from a chunk of concrete. So here, the threats come in here. 2 or 3 of them. Some coward comes running out of your peripheral vision. You, bam! You kick him right in the leg before he gets close. Bam! And then from here, smash him in the face, come straight in, come down, come around, come up. There's no wrong answer. It's a fight. In a fight, there's no wrong answer as long as you keep fighting. Rule number 1, pay attention to your surroundings. That's called situational awareness. Number 2, get in a better position. Get the stick between you and the threat. That's the threat. Point your thumb at it. Point your thumb and then strike. Rule number 3, ask yourself, take a breath first. Ask yourself, what are my targets? His eyes, his nose, his throat, his solar plexus, his groin. I taught my first self-defense class in the Marine Corps at 19 when I was a military policeman. I assistant taught up until that point, starting like 13, 14, when I was brown belt in Taekwondo, right? So I don't know. I didn't professionally go to work teaching in a martial arts school until I was about 26. And then since then until now, I'm almost 50. I'll be 50 next year. So however long, how many years that is, that's how long I've been teaching martial arts. But I'm always a student. I'm always looking for how can I get better? And I wake up, I have dreams at night, and I think, is this all BS? Is it a lie? Am I tricking myself thinking that this stuff is gonna work? And you don't know until you're tested and tried, right? So then I seek out opportunities, go learn from other people. Hey, it's the sun, man. I don't know. Yeah, I'm 49, in case you care or you're counting. But the point is, you have to ask yourself if you're making progress. And if the stuff that you're learning and you're training and you're teaching and you're practicing would really work. And we don't know if it's gonna work in every single situation, right? But I wanna be able to do at least some basic things. Number one, I always wanna have my situational awareness, what's happening around me, with that switched on every second of every minute of every day. You hear a sound, you just think about it. That doesn't mean you're jumpy or you're jittery. You walk out your door, you just look around, you look in the blind spots behind the potted plant, behind the neighbor's door, or a car or whatever, around your car, there's somebody lurking behind your car. And again, not out of fear, out of preparation. And then you train, you break a sweat, your muscles stay strong and tight and flexible, and it's gonna change as you get older. But most people, they fall out of shape because they stop moving their body. And their issues are not aging, and they're not age related. They're almost always lifestyle related. They sit too much, they eat the wrong foods, they don't try things that are out of their comfort zone. Scare yourself as much as you can. That means do things that are uncomfortable socially, do things that are uncomfortable in relationships, do things that are uncomfortable in your job, do things that are uncomfortable when you go on vacation. Get out of your comfort zone. We did some stuff this weekend. My wife and I went on it kills you, doesn't it? You know what I'm talking about. We went to the other coast, Marco Island, and there was some crazy stuff, and we had to wade through it. It wasn't that bad, but it was like, there could be some sharks in there. I don't know, like bull sharks. It's brackish water, maybe an alligator, a crocodile. But we're going for it because neither one of us wanted to do it. I looked at her, she looked at me, she's like, I don't want to do it. I said, I don't want to do it either. Let's go. And you have to push yourself like that. Get out of your comfort zone or you'll never grow. And if you stop growing, you die. You might die in a minute, but it might take you 10, 15 years of sitting at that PC. But you're going like this. And that's hell, man. That's a slow, horrible descent. And then you die on the potty when you're 56 because you have a massive heart attack when you're taking a dump because you strained yourself. I know, it's too deep, right? We don't need to get that deep. All right, back to the kicks. So we're talking about kicks. I got the staff. I put the staff between me and you. I point my thumb at you, you're the threat. From here, I have a basic strike coming straight down. I have a thrusting strike. The backhand comes across like a punch to the face, right? This comes down on top, smashing your brains in. But then, you got too close to me too fast. My hands are locked up here. Now we're wrestling for my, boom. I'm gonna lift my knee, and I wanna kick you in the groin. I wanna knock you back, or kick you in the foot, or the shin, or the ankle. You've never done it for self-defense. That's right. He did karate, man. I do everything. The groin, that's great. If you can get your foot up there and kick it, boom. And that'll push them back. It's the center of gravity. It's not just the private parts, it's the center of gravity. But you can also, at the base of their foot, that ankle, kick them straight in the ankle, right? Just boom, straight in. And then all of a sudden their foot goes out from under them and they're wrestling for your staff. They go down, bam, you smack them a couple more times. Oh, this is a really good one, by the way. See that pull cue? You know about this one, but I don't always show you this one, right? Now I hit him here, he's wrestling, I kick him, boom! Straight in like that. You're gonna aim with this hand and you hold on to your stick really hard and fast, but only if you've practiced. So when you practice your strikes, right? Strike, 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 practice your kick. Kick lower, kick a little higher to the knee, kick to the stomach. You can kick up to the head if you want to, but you don't have to. The Jo is armpit height. That's the mid-level. Hanbo is like this high. Hanbo. Jo and the bow. And bow means staff, so if you say bow staff, you're saying staff. But this comes up to here. It's a little taller than I am. And it's actually not taller than I am. It's that my floors are so squishy because I bought the cheap mats. And I'm so heavy, I sink. So if I were to push this down, it's the same height. I know, too much information, right? But it's a bow. So this is the bow, and it doesn't have to be exactly any height. A taller staff is a bow for you. A short staff, that's a hanbo. If it's a shorter, it's a kali stick, or a scream or arnis, or just a stick. If it's armpit, that's your Joe. That's just the basic rule of thumb. But back to the kicks. Warm up, 30 seconds, just stretch the leg. Stretch, and you'll see what I mean. When the blood starts to flow everywhere, your muscles start to change, you're gonna get more flexibility, and you're gonna feel like you're not pulling anything. It's when you, because you care somebody else is watching, and you're like, oh, I gotta get my foot above my head, or they're gonna think that I'm I don't know what you think, but don't worry about it. You're kicking for you, not for anybody else. So you start real balance on your stick. Other hand up. 30 seconds stretching kicks, and that's all it is. Step back of the foot, lift it up. Really popular today, getting lots of robocalls. 30 seconds, lift the knee and kick. Step back, lift the knee and kick. Aim your knee where you want your foot to go. Pull the toes back and hit on the ball of the foot. The ball of the foot is under your big toe. That would be your big toe. It's right under the big toe. It looks like a ball if you cup it. And you're gonna hit, again, targets are the shin, the knee, the groin, right in the solar plexus, so it's up here, but right in the stomach. And again, don't overthink it. The higher you go, the more chance someone's gonna grab it and pull you to the ground. So if we're talking self-defense, just boom, real quick. And then we have the side kick, 30 seconds, lift the knee, push the side in, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want you to do the 3 count, right? Lift, push, bring it back in and down. You gotta bring it in. That's what teaches you good form. And good form is important for 1,000 reasons, but the 2 you need to focus on is you get more power with good form. And number 2, you take away the chance that they're gonna be able to hold your leg and grab it. Now, Muay Thai kicks are these big sweeping kicks. They throw the back leg down, or hand down. The Taekwondo kicks are a little bit stronger. Science said that, not me, don't get mad. Scientifically proven. Taekwondo's got the hardest kicks we have for a long time. But when you do the roundhouse kick on the guy's leg, you're gonna kick him right in the middle of his shin. And if you just happen to break that bone, and then they can't walk anymore, for self-defense, you've accomplished something really important, right? You've removed the ability. Self-defense, that first one is situational awareness. Number 2, get a better position. Number 3, point your thumb. 4, we'll call it 4, we called it 3 before. 4 is ask yourself, where are my targets, right? I don't know, that's a really good question. You should do whatever makes you feel good. From here, I'm gonna blast them on that foot, and hopefully they're gonna fall down, or you're gonna break the leg. But you can also kick them a little higher. The sciatic nerve. Anybody ever had sciatica? I get it every once in a while, it hurts, man. Get the sciatic nerve, and it runs down the side of the leg through that IT band, the iliotibial band, but it's a sympathetic nerve. Sympathetic means you got one on each side. If you hit this one with both legs, get weak for just a second, or like a moment. But that's all you need for self-defense. Your fourth question is, what can I remove? What are the targets? Is it his eyesight, his ability to breathe through his nose, his ability to breathe through his mouth, his ability to breathe, period, right? Can he breathe at all? Is he dead? For self-defense, the solar plexus, breathing. You can't breathe. Someone smashes you in the solar plexus and your diaphragm goes into a spasm. You're gonna feel, man, I don't know if you've done it, you've been sucker punched in the gut, or maybe had a sport. You get hit, wind knocked out of you. It hurts from the front to the back, but that's that solar plexus, right? Maybe it's the intercostals or the sides here. Maybe it's the groin or just above it or in the private parts. But then also the legs, their ability to chase after you, their ability to punch you in your face. Maybe you smashed their arm. You came across here and broke that upper femur or that upper arm. And same thing with the leg. So you blast that roundhouse kick, and it comes, it hits there, take the legs out from under him, and then you still have your stick in your hand. But these kicks are so important if you think of this as a self-defense tool and you understand, or a weapon, right? The whole analogy I gave earlier, here's my M4, M16, carbine or whatever it is, the Garand, that's what I was thinking of, the older ones, when they started, the Korean War thing. But there's your weapon, right? There's your rifle. You run out of bullets, you run out of rounds. I'll keep it for you military guys that get pissed off when you hear bullets. I'll call them rounds. You run out of rounds. That used to be me, I got over it. Then, you're yelling at your buddies. There's only 3 of you left out of a platoon of 63. And you're like, they're getting ready to come over the hill. They're going to overrun us. You call broken arrow, and you do, there's a little war movie stuff. You fix bayonets. You're sitting there, you're wounded. You're ready for the guy to jump in your foxhole because you're going to smash him with your thing. And then you break your rifle, you break your bayonet, you drop it, you take off your helmet, and you use your self-defense. And then you break your helmet, you lose your helmet, you got blood in your eyes, you can't see anything, mud, tears, and then it's elbows, it's chokes, it's arm bars, you know what I mean? It's knees, it's whatever you have left, and in this case, it's kicks. So I want you to have that ability to go hand to hand if your weapon breaks or you lose it. So that's the basics. Don't overthink it. The last one is a back kick. And again, balance, use this for your balance. It's gonna help you get there so much faster. If you're a little bit older or you haven't kicked before, this is gonna help you get there so much faster. From here, the hands up, balance, lift your knee, just push straight back. And it's kind of like that side kick where you're pulling your toes back, you're hitting with the heel, same thing. Down, up, back, in, and down. So what happens? I'm here, I'm fighting these guys. Some guy's coming over here. I'm trying to figure out what to do, and all of a sudden someone jumps on my back, or tries to hit me in the back of the head with that big chunk of concrete, boom, and push straight back. Yes, when I used to compete Taekwondo, I could stop a fight with 2 kicks. 2 techniques. One was my punch, because I had a hard punch. I used to punch as hard and as fast as I could. And you didn't get any points for it, but this is back when it was more like fighting. But it takes away their counter, or it takes away their technique. They're getting ready to throw a kick, or they're going to throw a punch, and you hit them first, boom, knocks them back. Especially you come down at that angle, and you hit them right there, stops the fight. Some guys would come up to me afterwards. I fought this guy, and his nickname was the Jackhammer, because he had such great punches. And he came up, and he had these tears in his eyes. He wasn't crying or anything. It just looked like, because he had to stop. Too much pain, that's what it was. And he said, they call me the Jackhammer, but I've never had anybody punch me as hard as you. And I said, I practiced it. I had a coach who valued that, right? And he would say this, don't worry about the points, it's a fight, so fight. Same thing, self-defense. Go in, don't try to do fancy techniques. First, do what works. Like in Taekwondo, you know, the wheel kick, the spinning kick, or all the jumping, turning kicks, those are all really fancy, but you only ever throw those in a tournament, in a competition situation, when you're fighting somebody who's not very good, and you know you can throw it, and you only throw it once until you knock somebody out, or you only throw it until you knock someone out, and then you're like, oh, I don't want to do that again, because you get whatever, right? Yeah, that's because your diaphragm's like this, it's a muscle. When it goes down, you breathe in. When it pushes up, you breathe out. So if I hit you right there in the solar plexus, the muscle, to protect itself, goes like this, and it doesn't release for a few seconds. In those few seconds, you can't catch a breath, you can't breathe, and you think for sure you're gonna die the first time it happens. Second or third time it happens, you just think, oh man, I hate that hurts so bad. And then finally you can breathe. That's exactly what happens. But the back kick, you're right. The back kick, if you turn, bam, smash someone with it, stop the fight over and over again, especially because it comes off the ground and then up at that angle, and it goes right into the solar plexus. Same exact thing. Yeah. But in our case, we're talking self-defense. Here's the bad guy. Here's the threat. I'm just lifting my knee, smash, whatever I can hit, right? Boom. Ideally, you're wearing your shoes. I'll show you. Ideally, you're wearing your shoes, right? And you have a hard sole. Maybe you're going to church or maybe to the office. You have your nice dress shoes on. You lift your knee and smash straight down. You break the ankle, you break the foot. You just rake it down the front of the shin. Did you know there's a nerve on the top of your shin that if I catch it while I'm grappling with you, I can put you on the mat within seconds. And not just me, but anybody knows what they're doing. But there's a nerve right there. Now, you just rake your leg or your heel straight down that nerve, causing intense fire-like pain. But we're talking self-defense, right? Multiple attackers. I'm gonna hit most of them. 92% of my strikes are gonna be with my bow because I'm a bow staff fighter. I'm gonna hit these guys. But then, every once in a while, he's getting too close too fast, bam! I'm gonna throw that side kick and break the side of his leg. This guy's running up behind me, hit this guy, boom! Straight behind me, knock that guy back. Until I can turn and use my staff. Because you wanna use your staff, you're a staff person. I get it, but understand you use staff plus kick. Yeah, it's like a mule kick. So let's talk about the back kick, since you asked. From the side, lift your knee, push straight back, bring it up and down. That's basically the back kick. You can do a turning back kick where you turn 180 degrees and then the leg goes back and you kick them. But that's more traditional martial. We're not talking about that so much because we're talking self-defense. I want to break the kicks down in a way that anything to the front is a front kick. Anything to the side is a side kick. Anything to the back is a back kick. And that's how you can level up and make your training better. From here, 1, in, 2, in, 3, in, down. Now you're starting to build muscle control and getting the muscle stronger, faster. And then the other leg, 1, in, 2, in, 3, in, down. Not only leaves the round kick, but I want you, again, in the roundhouse kick, roundhouse kick, kick to the head, knockout. And some people do it. Some people do it in the cage in UFC. They do a roundhouse kick. You see them a lot. Who was that? Ronda Rousey, who's now the WWE girl, right? Holly Holm ended her career. Probably there's more to it than that. I don't know. I'm not going to, at least she's fighting. I'm not. Good. So you know what I'm talking about. But that Holly Holm threw that roundhouse kick, blasted her. I think she hit her like somewhere in this general area. And her whole body went like that and she was out. And she was out for like 6 months to recover from that. I'm going to show you this cool spinning kick you can do with your stick. And here's why. Because the fancy stuff that we do with this, we always throw in kicks, right? Kicks and spins. And if you can do them, back flips, front and back, don't ask me, I'm not doing a back flip today. All right, but take your back leg, bring it up and around. One of my favorite kicks. This old hippie movie, I think it was TV shows. Billy Jack. He was a Hapkido guy. Billy Jack, Special Forces. Anybody remember Billy Jack? Yes, I have. Billy Jack, Special Forces. Green Beret, comes back from Vietnam. And it's during Silent Spring, Rachel Carson. You gotta go watch the movie. You can't spend more than like 2 minutes watching it because of all of the political BS. It would work really well today for a lot of snowflakes. Not trying to be mean to anybody, but if you're a snowflake, go watch Billy Jack. Anyway, he gets put in a situation where he has to fight. And he wears this cool jean jacket, his arms cut out. There are no secrets in martial arts. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not picking on your school or you or anybody. I'm just saying. This foot, it's because those words mean something. So Billy Jack, he wore this jean jacket, right? And he had, I think the arms was like cut out or something, or maybe it was a leather jacket over a jean jacket. And then he had on, cowboy hat, but not like a native, because he was Native American, half Native American or whatever. He's got the cowboy hat, Native American cowboy hat, and then he's wearing cowboy boots. And he must have had Chuck Norris action jeans. Yes, he had the Chuck Norris action jeans with the wide crosseted crotch. You still buy those, by the way. Thank you, Chuck. And he said, and the bad guy get in his face, and he's like, I'm gonna do this and that, and I'm gonna beat you up and whatever. And he'd say, very quietly, because he was like all enlightened and stuff. He was like Zen. He said, I'm gonna put the right side of my foot on the left side of your face. There's nothing you can do about it. And then, bam, just knock the guy out. But that's this kick. That's the one you're gonna learn right now. That's the last one we're doing. You take your foot back. I'm left-handed, so I'm gonna show you the left foot first. Put the foot back. It's my left foot. You can do it right, doesn't matter. And it makes an arc. It's called a crescent kick. It's gonna make a crescent motion. You can crest it in, you can crest it out. You do a spin crescent, which is what you're gonna do. I'm gonna call it a tornado kick, because you asked. I wanna do a cool spin kick to show off. But make sure you don't land on your butt when you do it. Practice a lot first, because most people, when they try to show off, they land on their bum, which you should. If you're trying to show off, you should land on your bum a couple times. But anyway, this foot comes around into, and it crosses your center line. And it's like a slap across the face with the bottom of your foot. Good. Yes, learning how to fail is super important. Bring your foot up and around. See how it starts to turn my body? From here, up and around. And it's easier with the staff in your hand because you have your balance. Bring your foot up and around. That's the crescent kick. Now, if you take your foot in and back out, that's also the crescent kick. That's an inside to outside crescent kick. This is outside to inside. This is inside to outside. They're both crescent kicks. They're both, you can use them both. They're not that fast. No, an axe kick is straight down. Axe kick, either straight down the middle, or it comes around, comes straight down the middle, comes inside, outside, straight, they all come straight down the middle. Difference of the axe kick. Crescent is a big hook. Well, it's not the hook kick. The hook kick's Chuck Norris. Bill Superfoot Wallace. Anybody know Bill Wallace? He lives that way, about 10 miles. I see him at the gym all the time. I did a couple videos. Have anybody seen my videos with Bill Wallace? Go look it up. Put my last name, Bill Wallace. Dude's 77, 78. Looks as good as ever. Go look it up. Bill Wallace and me, he was nice enough to give me a couple interviews. W-A-L-L-A-C-E. Superfoot, just put in Superfoot. He went by the nickname Super. He only had one good leg to fight with. But he beat everybody. And then he played in a whole bunch of movies. Cool dude. All right, so the foot, crescent kick. Now, what I want you to do, take the same foot. I start with the left. I'm gonna have the left foot forward. I'm gonna get this out of the way so you can see the kick. Hold on, we gotta go lower. Bill Superfoot Wallace. Yeah, W-A-L-L-C-A-C-E. Super nice guy. He's like 76 or 77. Last year when I interviewed him down the street at at a boxing gym. And I'm in there with my Cuban boxing coach. I'm learning how to move better, right? I've always wanted to train with the Cubans because they're the best. And this old grizzled dude comes up and he's like, hey man, you mind if I get a corner to work out? And I looked over and I'm like, that's Bill Superfoot Wallace. And I said, of course, Bill, come on in. And I had met him before, you know, like a lot, he doesn't remember me, but I remember him because as a young man, he was my idol. Anyway, he's working out in the corner. And then we're done and we started hanging out, not hanging out, but in the same space at the same time. Because I want to be truly honest. He probably still wouldn't know me today, right? We're not hanging out. We're hanging out in the same space. And I'm like, hey man, can I ask you some questions? Because I think he's like a sports car. He's like an antique retro Mustang, right? 65 Mustang with the big engine, 351 Cleveland. And yeah, I know we're not though. And he's cool. He's like an old Corvette. He's like still cool. It's like super cool, like cool dude, right? He's still really fast. You wouldn't believe this guy, so quick. And then he still hits hard. He's working on the bags, working on the mitts a little bit. He still has it. He has all of it. He just maybe for shorter periods of time. And he's got to like lube everything up again and refuel it correctly. Only put the high octane in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, I said other martial artists need to see you because if they see you, hello Jackie, they see you, they understand this isn't aging. You don't have to slow down, you don't have to stop. You just need to slowly get back into it. He's got a degree in physical therapy, so he knows what he's talking about. All right, so tornado kick. Nothing to do with the bow staff except you might lose your bow and you have to tornado kick somebody in the face and knock them unconscious. For self-defense, left foot forward, because I started with the left. This is the leg I'm going to kick with, but it starts in the front. I'm going to turn. My head goes before my body. I want to turn in a straight line. And you're just going to practice this. Turn, come forward. Make sure it's a straight line. Turn, bring your head, wherever your head goes, your body goes. Hello, it's good to see you. Turn your head first. Then, turn and lift the kick. Practice the kick. Turn and kick. It's all temporary. This is life. There's no such thing as this. Some people are like that. But you're gonna get slow and fat. That's down here. Then you're gonna climb a mountain again. Then you're gonna get slow and fat. You're gonna climb a mountain again. You're gonna do it over and over and over again. Just don't quit. Because if you quit trying to get better, that's when you die. You can forget to try. True story. I gotta go, my brother's in hospice. They just put him there. He's same age, just a little bit older than me. Gave up, right? It's not age. It's what happens when you slow down. It's what happens when you make certain decisions and then you believe the lies that you're stuck. We never get stuck. And I'm not criticizing, I'm not judging him or anybody else. You got to do this. And every time you get down here, you just don't give up, right? You take a deep breath, you keep going, you keep moving, you start to climb again. You get down here, you whine, you complain, you cry about everything, you feel like a victim. It's everybody else's fault, it's not your fault. And then after a while you plateau and you're like, shit, it is my fault. And then you start to climb back up the mountain. You gotta do that. You don't do that, you don't grow. All right, left foot forward or right, it's your choice. Spin, crescent kick, land forward. Do it again. Spin, crescent. Add a little bit more energy. Get over yourself. I'm so serious. Embarrassment means you give a shit about what someone else thinks. That's all embarrassment is. It's all about you. You only have to do it for yourself. If you're embarrassed because you're thinking about what someone else is thinking about you, why are you so arrogant? No one gives a shit about you. I'm not trying to be mean, but this is the truth. I'm telling you and I'm telling me. When I talk to you guys, I'm talking to myself. If you're embarrassed, it's because, yes, but you're embarrassed because you're thinking about what other people think about you when they see you. Stop. Knock it off, right? If I was there, I'd smack you in the face and say, let's go do some exercise. Do something about it. And I'm not trying to be flippant or short. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to let you know that embarrassment is the next, it's just in the way. It's not a real thing. You think other people think certain things, they don't give a shit. They don't. I don't care how close they are. And if they do, who cares what they think? Why are they thinking about you so much? So you need to put the embarrassment down and say, okay, it's there, I feel it, but I'm gonna turn it down a little bit because today I'm running in place. I can't run yet. So I'm just gonna pretend like I'm running. So, and that's a start. And now you've taken some action and it starts to change. And that's the truth. And you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, hopefully not for another 10 or 15 or 100 years, depending on how old you are, but we all die, every single one of us. But how do you want to live between then and now, right? You have to stand for something. You got to stand for yourself. All right, so left foot forward. You're going to turn, crescent kick. After you've practiced that, now you just need a little hop. This is what you asked. You want to do a jump spinning kick. This is it. This is the easiest one you can learn. Tornado. It's called the tornado. From here, left foot forward, turn, lift that knee, and switch feet. Now you're in the air. Thank you, I appreciate it. This is the second one I've lost in 2 years, and they're both in their 50s. And it's like, and this is why I believe this so strongly. What are you waiting for? You're gonna spend another year being embarrassed? You're gonna spend another 5 years, 10 years? Embarrassment is your excuse. So just go for it. I appreciate all that, but I understand it's life. I really believe that, right? You gotta, and today, you didn't get it done today. Try again tomorrow. Didn't get it done tomorrow. Try again the next day. Didn't get it done. At some point, take a look at your thoughts and all that, and try a different action, but just keep moving. I don't care where even if you're walking in circles, at least you're walking somewhere. All right, let's get back to spinning in circles. Left foot forward, you're gonna turn, lift, and lift. It's like when I get around, it's the right knee comes up, and then I just trade it for the left knee. So I'm here, right knee, left knee. That left knee becomes the kick. So from here, lift, and then you've got a tornado kick. All you need now is to start to bring it a little higher, spin a little faster, or whatever. And I'll be 50 next year, 253 pounds right now. I'm not a young guy, but I can still do a spin kick. And it's not that I can do it the same way that my student who's out in Hollywood making TV commercials and videos, using videos, because he can flip and spin and all that stuff. But that's what he's supposed to do right now. For me, I'm supposed to be a good example for my kids. I'm supposed to try every day harder to be a good man, pay my bills on time, create work for other people if I can. Yeah, well, but the kick will stretch you out. Just kick lower at first. From here, when you spin, kick down here. And slowly higher, slowly higher, slowly higher. Don't overstretch though. The best stretches are on your back. And it's not really a stretch, it's a flossing the nerve. Because if your nerve gets inflamed, your muscles won't stretch. I have that. If you go and you look in my videos, how to kick higher, my last name, how to kick higher, my last name. There's at least 3 or 4 videos. A whole workout on how to get higher kicks. Yes, excellent. Thanks, Hank. All right, I think that's everything. I wanted Freedom 360. It's down in Miami. I told you earlier this week, had a guys come over, dad and 2 boys come over from Orlando. Had a great workout with the staff. Freedom 360 and he teaches at a school. I'm gonna go down and teach his kids how to do some bow staff. I would love if you reach out to me. I don't care if you're close, if you're far. Send me an email, info@quantumstrong.com. Get on the mailing list. Check the links below if you need anything. I just love this idea of a global martial arts community. It's very important to me. Thank you. And you know what? For me, it's not motivation, right? It's discipline. It's a daily discipline. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I was on Marco Island over the weekend. Beautiful over there. No, not far at all. Well, let's do some stuff. Here's one of the reasons I love living down here is that once all of this COVID craziness is over, I don't think it's ever going to be over for a while. Yes, we'd love it. Spend some staff, practice, or whatever. But I want you guys to come down here to South Sunny, Florida. We can do it here. We can do it on Sarasota. We can do it either side. Doesn't matter. But this is the best place to come in the winter, wherever you are. Come down here. We got the sun. We got the ocean right there. You got to go on vacation, right? I thought a lot of people from Canada. I see a lot of Canadians down here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So yeah, you guys are going to stay in Canada forever. I love Canada. Big open spaces, lots of green. My best friend's married to a Canadian. We went up to his wedding in Niagara Falls. I love Niagara. I've been to Niagara Falls many times. Went there right before. I love the Canadian side's better. If you ever go to Niagara Falls, right, Canadians, go to the Canadian side. I want to go up to, not yet. You don't have it yet, but you will. I'll still be here. What are the big mountains called? I can't think of them now. Up in Canada, the other side of the Rockies. Rockies in the States. Anyway, Canada's amazing. Beautiful, massive country, great people. Anyway, but you can always come down here, vacation. Maybe we'll go up there, do a seminar or 2. We'll go hunting for elk. Just take pictures, you know, or for food or whatever. I don't know. But there's a lot of wilderness up there and fishing. Fishing's amazing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Please leave me comments. Share this if you can. But most importantly, get on my mailing list, info@quantumstrong.com. Sometimes I send out a whole bunch at once and people are like, I don't want that. Good. But either way, try it out and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. And I can't wait to see you guys here or I'll see you where you are. And then we'll all go to India, where they started the staff, the Silambam. We'll train in India in the original style, thousands of years